Morning, everyone. My allergies are horrible. But good morning. Got my new Yeti water bottle, and then it's got a cap on it that you can drink out of, and then the handle or the cover, and then, yeah. I got this because my friend Logan had it, and then she said it was really easy to carry and drink out of because, it's like a bottle. And then I also got this because I figured I could put some paracord on the top of it, and then the dog could practice picking it up and giving it to me when it's empty, of course, and then I probably wouldn't even fill it that much to have them bring it to me. But I always thought it was kind of cool how dogs can go get drinks for their handlers and stuff, or even themselves, be like, go get your water bottle, time to go to work, let's go. So, yeah, I got this. And you just twist it off, and then the cap to drink out of, and then the handle. So I'm gonna take my pills. So today's May 4th, but you guys probably won't see this for a little bit. Anyway, taking my pills. And it's almost time to get my official F in my classes. I already know that I failed both of them, but I still have some work left to do, so still have some work left to do in a few of them. So I take 6 pills a day, so to get them I don't have time to sit there and just take one at a time. So what I do is I get my big glass of water ready. I put them in the cap of that one. Anyway. It's like a thermos, kind of thing, I think. Anyway. So, I know that I failed both of my classes, but by the grace of God, there still might be a way that I could pass them. I'm trying to figure that out now. It's probably not looking good, but it is what it is. I'm upset because, who likes to fail classes and who likes to be, more behind than they already are. Most of my peers are going to be seniors in college, and I technically am still considered a sophomore, which I wish that I could have, the mindset of my friend Cassidy, because she is an inspiration to me, and she currently is not in college because of her health. And, she has come to terms with that, and she is making new opportunities for herself with public speaking, with her service dog program, gymnastics, Lyme disease awareness, different fundraisers that she's been doing. And, you know, she's just a rock star, and I wish that I could be at peace with where I'm at in my life, like she kind of is, or she's working to be, or whatever. You know? At the same time, it's kind of hard to be like that when you see everyone like, oh, you know, done with junior year, and, you know, seniors, let's go, you know what I mean? And, you know, like my friends who were seniors this year being like, oh, I'm graduating, I'm done, you know what I mean? Because, like, but at the same time, I don't know why I want that so bad, because they have to grow up and they have to get a job now, you know what I mean? Because, like, at least if I keep going, then I don't have to, you know what I mean? Like, as long as I'm in school, I get discounts, you know what I mean? Like, I get different things that, like, people who aren't in school wouldn't get, you know what I mean? I don't know, it's just very weird. I just, even like, in high school, I can remember when everybody was like, oh, I'm going to UConn, oh, I'm going to Western Connecticut State University, oh, I'm going to Southern Connecticut, oh, I'm going to Eastern, you know, or, oh, I'm going to, you know, Springfield, oh, I'm going to Fairfield University, oh, I'm going to this, that, you know, I have a friend who is in Alabama, and she has cerebral palsy, and she goes to Jacksonville State University. She's in a sorority. She is absolutely killing it out there. And, you know, I follow her on Instagram. I never met her, but we're gonna plan to meet up soon, within, like, the next year or two, hopefully. But anyway, like, we're gonna do, like, a CP meetup, I guess, or that's what I'm hoping to do. Anyways, but, like, you know, everybody's doing, like, great in their own thing, and, like, I feel like I have been working hard. Probably, yes, sometimes I could have been working harder, but this semester, I definitely gave everything I could with everything else I've had going on. I mean, trying to get a wheelchair situated. As I said, we have a appointment for that May 30th. You know, trying to look for a service dog prospect. I mean, I talked to a trainer almost a year ago, and I said, oh, I'm getting the dog in. I talked to her in October, and I said, oh, I'm getting the dog in spring. Blah, 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 like, I'm so excited, like, spring, and here it is, summer, by the time we find the dog, hopefully, and, you know, that has taken a long time. You know, I'm taking a summer class, but I don't know how I'll do with that. You know, I'm getting help, but, like, you know, there's only so much help they can give before, you know what I mean? And then, you know, my health took a turn, unfortunately, this semester. And then I was also looking to get mental health, help this semester, too. I mean, none of that's excuses. Well, I mean, okay, people could think of that as excuses, but I think of that as real life. Because me trying to call a doctor to get help, or a therapist, or a nurse, or whoever else answers the phone, is real life. I know friends whose parents and mothers and fathers and grandparents and whoever, and, you know, sometimes they themselves spend hours and hours and hours, you know, with insurance and, you know, doctors and finding new treatments and, you know, trying this, trying that, blah, blah, blah. What, you want to go outside? I don't know, it's just, it's a lot, like, a lot happened. If you look back on my videos from, January and February, I was not in a good place. I mean, I still don't think I'm in a great place, but some very exciting things are coming up in my life, and, you know, I just gotta pick myself up by the bootstraps and just, you know, follow my heart, because my heart is never wrong. My brain will tell me to do things, but I just need to listen to my heart, because I know my truth, and I know what I'm think I'm supposed to do. I think I know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know. You know, it's really hard to be a disabled person, because even if you say, oh, you know, Judy Smith is doing so good, you know, at Alabama, you know, whatever, at this school or whatever, like, you know, Judy Smith's journey could be different than mine. And then the other thing that throws me for a loop is social media. And I know social media, like, in a way isn't real. I mean, I always try to be very real on social media and, you know, spread awareness and put a face to not only mental illness, but my journey with a service dog, Prospect, you know, cerebral palsy, you know. I have this friend of mine who's younger than me. She's 13, and she decided to make a update account, kind of like a Spoonie medical update account for cerebral palsy, and she posted the other day that she took 58 steps in therapy. I was like, I'm so proud of you, you know. So like, I think I am making a difference, because she told me that she made a YouTube because of me, and she made an Instagram because of me, and you know, so I think I am making a difference, because even on like my awareness pages that I manage, like, we get messages all the time like, oh, thank you for your post, like, you show real life, or you know, or like, you give me a glimpse of like what my daughter could be going through as she gets older, or you know, my son or my grandchild or whatever. And so that's nice, you know. So it is nice to you know, get comments and messages and, you know, tweets and stuff saying that, in Instagram DMs saying that, you know, I'm an inspiration to follow, and they like to follow my journey, and, you know, whatever else. But it's really hard, because again, social media, there's a piece of it that isn't real, because I mean, you know, I'm not gonna share, you know, every gory detail about my life, or you know, when I have bladder issues, or you know, when I certainly don't feel my best or look my best, or you know, I'm not gonna share some of the fights with my family about certain things, and you know, how I don't really have that good of a relationship with my father, and you know, that's not something for social media. I've done subtle changes to my social media. I've made my personal Facebook just my first, middle, and last name. I only had my first and my middle name, but then when trying to reach out for the dog, and me and my mom both reaching out, and they'd be like, well, who's Emily Grace? And then she'd be like, well, that's my kid. And you know, so I just put my last name back up there, because you know, if family ever tries to reach out or something, you know, it's, I don't know. I mean, it is my name. I mean, I have wanted to change my last name at times, because I just feel like my dad doesn't understand me, and I don't know, that's hard. I mean, there's no book on how to be disabled, and then there's no book on how to be a young adult and be disabled, because everybody's journey is different. And you know, I'm sure, even though it looks really nice on social media, I'm sure there's hard times that certain people aren't sharing either, you know what I mean? And that's what I just have to remember, that they're only showing me what they want me to see. Instead, well, I mean, part of it could be truth, but it can only be 10% of the truth, you know what I mean? So I just have to remember that. And you know, I'm probably not the first person to fail a class, and I won't be the last. And I'm probably not the first person to take almost 5 years to get an associate's degree, and I probably won't be the last. But, maybe in a year from now I can look back on these videos and say, wow, I only have one semester left. Pick it up, girl. You're almost done. Like, you'll get there, you know what I mean? Or, I can look back, 6 months from now and be sitting with my dog and training and doing really well and, meeting other dogs and meeting other handlers and meeting, new tasks and new things that we could try from other people and, finding the best food and gear and toys and, all the stuff and, beds and, having her trained to help me in my disabilities. And, even if that's one thing, then great. You know what I mean? Living my best life with this dog and, you know what I mean? And, I can look back on it in 6 months and say, wow, I worked really hard to bring you into my life, but I cannot imagine my life without you. And that's what I can't wait to say, because my friends who all have dogs, they say, are service animals. I think dogs are life-changing, whether they're a pet or they're a service animal. But, my friends all say, oh my God, I wouldn't be here today without my dog. And, my dog saves my life every day. And, my dog does this and my dog does that. And, I just can't wait to have that experience for myself. And, maybe 6 months from now, my grandmother won't be here. I don't know. And, I can look back on the videos that I've made of her and I've kept of her, and I could say, wow, you really did everything you could as her granddaughter to fight dementia. You really did everything you could. You went to all the walks, you bought all the t-shirts, all the bracelets, you put a face to dementia for your grandmother, and you documented some of her journey. You know what I mean? Because I've met so many amazing people because of my grandmother having dementia. And I've joined so many groups on Facebook for cerebral palsy, anxiety, service dogs, dementia, all the stuff. Like, if I could help change one person's life, then all of this was worth it. Literally all of this is worth it. So if someone stumbles upon this video and either has some encouragement or, can relate to what I'm going through, then it's all worth it. Then it's worth it being vulnerable and putting yourself on the internet saying that you failed a class, or, you're not the happiest you can be, or, you have to get a service dog for your health. It's literally one of the last options because medication isn't helping anymore. It is, but it's not as effective as it used to be, and I've seen the health benefits of animals for years, and I just want a more specialized training. So yeah. I just want to thank you guys, though, for making this. I have had a few haters, and I have had a few negative comments and dislikes and whatever, but I just want to thank you for giving me a platform that I could make a safe space for me and my 248 subscribers, and 248 subscribers and friends, and you know what I mean. I thank you because you guys tell me stories and you comment on my videos and you message me and you say, hey, I'm going through the same thing, or hey, your video really spoke to me, or hey, this and that, and I know what you're going through, or oh my God, thank you for educating me, I had no idea. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, just thank you for joining my journey.